Hey guys, I am Daniela. I specifically work with women in tech, oil, and gas who are seeking to pivot into leadership opportunities for the first time, or they are taking their first steps towards that executive leadership path and direction. I prep them for panel and executive leadership style interviews. And I also work with most people on their LinkedIn profile, their resume, to make sure that it reads like a portfolio for a leader, not just some resume out of a pile. And so that's who I am. I'm really passionate about what I've done, what I've accomplished for myself in my career. I am a former VP. I started my career with Shell Oil here in Houston, Texas, and my background is in mechanical and industrial engineering. Um, I am now active in the or not just only in oil and gas, but in the tech industry as well. I coach and work directly with tech corporations as they migrate to Austin, Texas. So I am actually one of the people that sits on the with the city and the committee to decide what corporations come in, what diversity initiatives they're going to roll out forward, and how they're going to merge themselves within the Austin, Texas community and surrounding areas. So I'm really proud of my background. One of the reasons why I wanted to start making these videos more often is to one, let you know that I exist. Two, is to let you know that I understand the route and the direction for a woman in tech, oil, and gas. Tech can be very sexist, oil and gas can be the good old boys club. But I wanted to become more forward to make sure that I am letting professionals know if you are trying to pivot into leadership for the first time in your career and you don't know how to do it, this is the time. A lot of corporations are trying to be more diverse on the market. And what that means is they're trying to diversify their leadership, the people who represent the brand and the corporation. So, welcome to my little space on the internet. My name is Daniela. All of my handles are at Slaypedia. So I hope you follow or like my page or follow me on Instagram. I do a lot of live sessions because I really do try to target individuals who need my services, because I know when I was working my way up the ladder, finding a service like this was really hard. I also don't really like it when my clients work with job coaches, because I feel as a woman of color, the role and the path is a little bit different from for us, and it requires a little tweaking. And politics are at play for women. Period. Minorities. Period. So welcome, and that's a little spiel about me. Um, I'm super excited to discuss these quick and easy, fast facts that you can digest and take in and really familiarize yourself with as far as it pertains to what's going on the market right now. So let's jump right into it, okay? Power profiles are typically the profiles that are more engaged on LinkedIn. I've stressed LinkedIn so much to my clients that this is not an option for you right now in the market. Even if you're happy where you are, if as we've seen in 2020, anything can happen. If your company laid you off tomorrow, your LinkedIn profile needs to be something you can bank on, not something you run to in an act of desperation to find another job because you have bills coming in. You want your LinkedIn profile to continuously bring you engagement from recruiters, even if you are happy. Because guess what? If you're happy at the current company you're at, do you know how much your market worth is right now? Probably not. And so, as you continue to entertain other offers, to talk to recruiters, it gives you an understanding and some grounding on negotiations to say, hey, they were offering me 170, you guys are paying me 140. So can you meet them halfway, or can we talk because my market value is rising? Especially if you've outgrown your title. This is a very important tool for you to have in your arsenal, which is an updated profile. And I don't just specialize in updating profiles, I specialize in making sure my clients have steady increasing engagement on their power profiles, on their LinkedIn profiles, to become a power profile. And like I said, this is always going to be a tool that never fails you. For the clients I had in 2019, a few of them were laid off and found opportunities just like that, even in the midst of a pandemic, because that profile is always working for them. And so a profile is something that also needs to be maintained like a plant. You got to water it. As you notice on the market, go type in what you do right now for your organization. That title has probably changed. Project manager was one of the big deal terms in oil and gas, not anymore. Because everybody's using that term, project manager. Project manager can work at Uber Eats, Walmart, Sephora, everywhere. So you have to be very clear on what your skill set is so that you can pivot off of that. And the only place that offers a platform for you to do that strong and make a presence about yourself, establish some authority, is LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn is the first point of contact. Resume is not. Remember, we could go on Indeed and just apply for jobs or go to all of these links, and they would have a fast upload option, and we just upload our resume and move on. Well, corporations are now moving their recruiters and their HR teams to LinkedIn because LinkedIn actually optimizes for them, and it's constantly sweeping to say, hey, here's Daniela. She was a former VP. She used to work for Shell. She used to work with Bechtel. She also she's a hard hitter in the Austin, Texas area. She's good for this. They are actually working with recruiters to make it easier, and they're making it easier for professionals like yourself to find opportunities that are worth your time and worth the effort when you go on an interview. So make sure you're updating your LinkedIn profile and not just looking at that thing as if it's just something to just be like, oh yeah, I have a LinkedIn. No, that's something to say that's your bread and butter. Another quick fact about LinkedIn that I want to go over: the more you optimize it, the more money you can earn. I have a client, I like to share this story. She swore to me, I'm ready to leave my company. I'm done. They don't want to pay me more. And I told her, by the time I'm done with your LinkedIn, when you get a higher offer, your corporation or the company you work for is going to counter offer. She was so sure they wouldn't. And so when we worked on her negotiation strategy and we revamped her LinkedIn, and when she went to her recruiter, they maxed out and went over what the people had offered her on LinkedIn. And the reason why she was able to have that without having to fight for it so hard is because her profile was working for her. Your profile makes negotiating a lot more substantial for you. It makes it that thing that sticks you right there in the mud to say, hey, I'm someone. 5 people are offering me X amount of dollars. So you can't tell me I'm not worth what I want. Okay? If you say you feel you are worth 120 because you've been at this company for X amount of years and they only want to offer you 90, LinkedIn is the place that's going to not only give you more offers, but LinkedIn has so many advanced tools to help you find charts on what corporations are offering sign-on bonuses, what corporations are paying what in your area for people with your type of talent. And then you also consider, if you have a lot of tenure and if you've outgrown your title, what LinkedIn can also add on to that. And so LinkedIn is giving you a competitive advantage and a competitive edge. Not only are you able to, with the power profile, not only are you able to continuously keep that engagement going, but you are also able to make sure your employer does not play when it comes to your raise or your money or recognizing who you really are. So that's why I like LinkedIn so much. I'm a hardcore LinkedIn fan. I've had some of my biggest contracts come to me through LinkedIn, and I've met a lot of my clients on LinkedIn. So make sure that LinkedIn is not optional for you. I want you to make sure that LinkedIn is something that you have and you know that's important. If you'd like to learn more about myself and my brand, and you really want to know how to pivot into leadership on LinkedIn, make sure you join my master's class. I host a session at least once a day. So you probably already missed this one today, but just go ahead and click the link to register. I'd love to see you in my master's classes. I answer all my questions and I give you my personal email so that you can ask me questions directly. Thank you so much for spending time to hear me out and see the little mini master's class I just gave you. I look forward to interacting with you and engaging with you in the future. Happy New Year and God bless.